Growing up, we all can't wait to be older and imagine the life ahead of us.
As we start to grow from a child to teenager, we notice faults in the world. We notice things don't always stay the same.
Once you become a young adult, we realize how much and how fast everything can change.
This is all a part of growing up. These are my two best friends, Christy and Sarah. The history between us can go pretty far back. I couldn't imagine my life without them. And this got me thinking, we're all at different places in our life, yet we can't imagine our lives any different than they are now.
I didn't really know what I wanted to be as a kid, but towards junior year, I decided that I wanted to go to cosmetology school.
I wanted to be famous.
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be an astronaut, actually. I did 5 years of future astronaut training program, space camp. I always saw myself as that, being an astronaut in space one day.
I chose to go into med school to be a surge tech because after I had my son, I realized that cosmetology school, no matter how many jobs that you can base off of it, that I could get a lot higher paying job to take care of him better. I chose to do surge tech because it only takes about 10 months minus the pre-classes that I have to take before to get in there, but there's a lot of other jobs that can go off of that. But so far right now I plan on just taking that job, and then after a while I might go back to school to do a different higher paying job in the med field.
In college, I decided that I wanted to be a photographer, so that's what I've been pursuing for the last 4 years. I've changed my mind so much with what I want to do, so I'm just going to stick with that until I graduate, and then hopefully the next chapter of my life I can finally figure out what I want done.
I'm kind of disappointed that I'm not using my degree, well, my emphasis, as much as I would like to be. I can still take photos for some sort of senior or somebody outside of the association, and I'm also able to take photos for the association. But it's definitely a starter job, and I'm looking forward to see where I go next. It's weird. I feel like I'm too old to be hanging out with people my age because I have a full-time job to go to. I have to worry about bills and student loan repayments, and I'm at a different stage than everyone else, like pretty much everyone else that I know, and it sucks.
During the school year, I take care of my son during the day, and during nap times and nighttime I do my homework, and then on weekends, every other weekend he goes to his dad's house, and that's when I hang out with my friends.
Honestly, if I graduate when I'm supposed to, I plan to move to New York to be with my boyfriend, and I'll just see it from there. If not, my dream has always been to work for FearNet in Los Angeles.
After I graduate med school, I plan to stay here in Kansas for a few years, but if me and my boyfriend stay together that long, I plan to move to California to be with the rest of his family.
I just really want to be able to get out and get away and find the place that feels like home, because this is the stepping stone to get me where I want to go, and I'm really eager to see where I go next. Do you want the real story, or do you want the rated PG version?
We met on Facebook through my cousin, and I wasn't there for the first day of school because I was at work tour, and everybody said, like, how do you know this girl, when the teacher asked for my name. And then the next day of school, I walked into the room and we ran into each other's arms like we had known each other for our whole lives.
You and I met our senior year of high school. I think it was February or March, somewhere around there. I was drunk, well, you were drunk off your ass whenever I first showed up. And then as soon as you said my name is Sarah too, it was kind of history. You know, you just never know where life is going to take you.
Do not throw it.